I took the food delivery job because I needed money and because the app made it look easy. Pick up food, drive to address, drop it off, get paid, repeat. Grubhub promised flexible hours and decent tips. What they didn't mention was the rules, the unspoken protocols that keep delivery drivers safe in a city where some buildings have floors that shouldn't exist. My first day, I met Rico. He was 42 years old and had been delivering food in downtown Los Angeles for 11 years. Before I even logged into the app, before I accepted my first order, he pulled me aside in the parking lot where drivers waited for pings and handed me a piece of paper, handwritten, crumpled, stained with grease, and what might have been coffee or might have been something else. Rules for food delivery drivers. Downtown LA Rule 1. Never enter apartment buildings after 11 p.m. unless the customer meets you in the lobby. Rule 2. If an order asks you to leave food at a specific location inside a building, decline the delivery. Rule 3. Do not accept orders with delivery instructions written in languages you cannot read. Rule 4. If you arrive at an address and the building appears abandoned, do not enter. Report it and move to the next order. Rule 5. Never deliver to hotel rooms that are marked as under renovation. And then I saw Rule 6, written in red marker, that had bled through the paper. Rule 6. Do not take the elevator to the 13th floor, no matter what the delivery instructions say, no matter how much the customer insists, no matter how good the tip is. If an order goes to the 13th floor, take the stairs or decline the delivery entirely. Under no circumstances are you to ride the elevator to floor 13? I looked at Rico. Why not? His face was hard, tired, like he'd seen things that aged him beyond his years, because the elevator to the 13th floor doesn't go where you think it goes. It doesn't arrive at floor 13 of the building you entered. It arrives somewhere else, somewhere that looks like floor 13, somewhere that has apartment numbers and hallways and doors. But it's not real. It's not our building. It's not our world. What do you mean it's not our world? Rico pulled out his phone, showed me photos, screenshots of delivery app reviews, all from the same building, the Meridian Towers on 7th Street, 30-story luxury apartment complex, beautiful building, expensive units, and according to these reviews, a place where delivery drivers disappeared. 7 confirmed cases over the past 9 years. 7 drivers who accepted deliveries to floor 13 of the Meridian Towers, who took the elevator up, who were never seen again. Their phones went offline. Their cars were found in the parking garage. Their last known GPS coordinates showed them inside the building, but they never came back out, never finished their shifts, never went home. Did anyone search for them? Police searched. Building management searched. Other drivers searched. Found nothing. The 13th floor appeared normal. Empty apartments. No bodies. No evidence of crime. Just missing delivery drivers who'd taken the elevator to floor 13 and vanished into wherever that elevator really goes. I worked food delivery for 4 months without getting an order for the Meridian Towers, delivered to hundreds of addresses, apartment buildings, office towers, residential homes, normal deliveries to normal places, the kind of work where following the rules keeps you safe and breaking them gets you fired or worse. Until last night, the order came through at 9:43 p.m. Thai food, $57. Delivery address was Meridian Towers, apartment 1324. Instructions were clear. Take elevator to floor 13. Leave food at door. No contact delivery. Cash tip waiting. I should have declined immediately. Should have remembered Rule 6. Should have trusted the protocols. But the tip was $30. $30 for one delivery. That was more than I usually made in 3 hours. And I'd been having a slow night. And I needed the money. And I convinced myself that the rule was just superstition, just stories to scare new drivers, just urban legend. I accepted the order, picked up the Thai food, drove to the Meridian Towers, parked in the visitor section of the underground garage, walked into the lobby with my thermal bag. The building was beautiful. Marble floors, crystal chandeliers, the kind of place where rent started at $4,000 a month, the kind of place where nothing bad should happen. The elevator lobby had 4 elevators. I pressed the up button, waited. Elevator 3 arrived. The doors opened to reveal an empty car, polished mirrors, soft lighting, absolutely normal. I stepped inside, pressed the button for floor 13. The doors closed. The elevator started rising, and immediately I knew something was wrong. The floor numbers weren't lighting up in sequence. They jumped, went from 3 to 7 to 11 to 6 to 13, like the elevator couldn't decide which floor to visit, like it was confused, like it was lost, and the temperature dropped 20 degrees in seconds. My breath became visible. Frost formed on the mirrors, and I heard something. Music, faint, coming from the elevator speakers, but it wasn't elevator music. It was children singing in a language I didn't recognize, a melody that made my chest ache, that made me want to cry. That sounded like grief turned into sound. The elevator stopped at 13. The doors opened, and I saw a hallway, long, carpeted, lined with apartment doors, exactly like every other floor in the building should look, but the lighting was wrong. Too dim, too yellow, like old incandescent bulbs that hadn't been replaced in decades. And the carpet was wrong, not worn from use, stained, dark stains that looked like they'd never been cleaned, that looked permanent, that looked like blood. Apartment 1324 was at the end of the hall. I walked slowly, every instinct screaming at me to turn around, to get back in the elevator, to leave. But I needed the $30 tip, needed to complete the delivery, needed to prove to myself that the rules were just stories, that nothing bad would happen, that I was being irrational. I reached the door. It was different from the others, made of wood, old wood, not the modern metal doors that filled the rest of the building. This door looked like it belonged in a house, a very old house, and it was slightly open, just a crack, maybe 2 inches, enough to see darkness inside, enough to feel cold air flowing out, enough to hear breathing. I knocked 3 times. Hello? Food delivery. The breathing stopped. Silence. Complete silence. No footsteps, no movement, no acknowledgement, just that crack of darkness and the feeling of being watched. I left the bag at the door, took my photo for proof of delivery, turned to walk back to the elevator, and that's when I heard it. A child's voice, coming from inside apartment 1324. Don't leave. Please don't leave. I'm so hungry. I've been waiting so long. Please come inside. Please help me. I stopped, every part of my brain screaming that this was wrong, that the voice didn't match the expensive apartment, that children shouldn't be home alone at almost 10 p.m., that something was very, very wrong with this entire situation. Hello? Is everything okay in there? Do you need help? Please. The voice was crying now. I'm locked in. I can't get out. The food is outside, but I can't reach it. Please just push the door open. Please help me. I should have run, should have called the police, should have followed Rule 6 and never come to this floor. But I heard a child in distress, a child who needed help, a child who was hungry and scared and alone. And every decent instinct I had told me to help. I pushed the door open. It swung inward silently, and I saw the apartment. It wasn't an apartment. It was a hallway, a long hallway stretching back impossibly far, further than the building's dimensions should allow, lined with doors, hundreds of doors, all identical, all closed, all numbered, but the numbers made no sense. 1324, 1324, 1324. Every single door had the same number, and at the end of the hallway, I saw the child, a little girl, maybe 6 years old, wearing a white dress, standing perfectly still, facing me. Her face was wrong, too pale, too smooth, too perfect, like a doll, like a mannequin, like something that looked like a child but wasn't. She smiled, and her smile was too wide, too many teeth, and she spoke again, but her mouth didn't move. Thank you for coming. Thank you for opening the door. Thank you for ignoring Rule 6. We've been waiting for you, all of us. All the delivery drivers who took the elevator to floor 13. All the people who thought the rules were stories. All the ones who believed they were special, that nothing bad would happen to them. The doors on either side of the hallway started opening, one by one, and people emerged. Delivery drivers. I recognized some of them from Rico's photos, from the missing persons reports, from the faces that appeared in app forms when drivers disappeared. 7 drivers, all wearing their delivery bags, all with that same too smooth skin, that same too wide smile, that same wrong appearance, and they all spoke at once. Welcome home. Welcome to floor 13. Welcome to where the elevator really goes, where delivery drivers come but never leave, where we wait for the next person who breaks the rules, who ignores the warnings, who thinks they know better. I ran back to the elevator, slammed my hand on the call button. The doors opened immediately, like the elevator had been waiting. I jumped inside, hit the lobby button, ground floor, anything to get away from that hallway, from those faces, from the thing pretending to be a child. The elevator started descending, but the numbers made no sense. 13, 19, 8, 27, 13, 13, 13, stuck on 13, looping, repeating, like the elevator couldn't find its way back, like it didn't know where the lobby was anymore, like it had forgotten how to leave floor 13. The doors opened. Same hallway, same impossible length, same hundreds of doors, all numbered 1324. But now, the delivery drivers were right outside the elevator, standing in a semicircle, blocking my exit, all smiling, all reaching for me. You can't leave. Once you take the elevator to floor 13, once you open the door, once you see what's really here, you become part of it. You become one of us. You deliver forever, always taking orders, always riding the elevator, always trying to find your way home. But home doesn't exist anymore. Only floor 13 exists. Only this hallway. Only us. I hit the door close button, kept hitting it. The doors stayed open. The drivers moved closer. Their hands were cold when they touched me. Cold and wrong and too strong. They pulled me out of the elevator, into the hallway, past the doors, deeper into the impossible space that existed where floor 13 should be. I'm still here, still on floor 13, still delivering. The app keeps pinging me orders, food to deliver, addresses to find, all of them. Apartment 1324, all of them down this endless hallway, all of them requiring me to knock on doors that never open, to leave food that never gets taken, to complete deliveries that never end. And every few weeks, the elevator arrives, brings a new driver, someone who took an order for floor 13, someone who ignored Rule 6, someone who thought the rules were just stories, someone who opened the door when they should have run, and we greet them, smile at them, welcome them home, because this is home now. This hallway, this floor, this impossible space between the real building and wherever the elevator to floor 13 actually goes. We're all here, all 8 delivery drivers now, all trapped, all delivering forever, all waiting for the next person who breaks the rules. I'm writing this on my phone. Don't know if it will send. Don't know if anyone will see it. But if you deliver food, if you work in downtown, Lay, if you get an order for the Meridian Towers, remember, Rule 6, don't take the elevator to floor 13. Take the stairs, decline the delivery. Do anything except press that button, except ride that elevator, except end up here with us, because we're still delivering, still walking this hallway, still knocking on doors that don't open, still trying to complete orders that never end, still hoping someone will find us, still knowing nobody will. Because floor 13 isn't a place you escape, it's a place you become part of. It's where delivery drivers go when they break the rules, when they ignore the warnings, when they think they know better, and we're waiting for the next ping, the next order, the next driver who accepts delivery to apartment 1324, the next person who will join us, who will deliver forever, who will become part of floor 13. The elevator is coming. I can hear it, feel it. The doors are opening. Someone new is arriving. Someone who didn't follow Rule 6. Someone who's about to learn why the rules exist. Someone who's about to join us in the endless hallway, in the impossible space, in floor 13. Don't take the elevator to the 13th floor. Don't open the door to apartment 1324. Don't make my mistake. Don't end up here, delivering forever, never going home, never escaping, never finishing your shift because we're still here, still delivering, still trapped, still waiting on floor 13, where the elevator goes, where drivers disappear, where you'll be next if you break Rule 6. The new driver is stepping out of the elevator. I can see them, young, scared, holding their thermal bag, and we're all smiling, all reaching, all welcoming them home to floor 13, where delivery never ends, where drivers never leave, where you become part of the rules, part of the warning, part of the collection forever.